Title: The Last Escape from the Warehouse. Intro: The city of Newcastle was once a hub of industry, but today it stood on the precipice of destruction. A hidden warehouse nestled at the heart of the city was the epicenter of a plan that would forever alter the course of history. Inside, a group of unsuspecting individuals found themselves trapped, with bombs, powerful, nuclear-style bombs, falling from the sky. Their only hope of survival lay in one thing: escaping the warehouse before it was too late. Chapter 1: The Calm Before the Storm. It was a typical day when the group of strangers arrived at the warehouse. They were there for business. But little did they know, they would soon be fighting for their lives. Among them was a young man named Aaron, a businessman from Blackburn, who had been caught up in a mysterious deal that he couldn't fully comprehend. He sat across from a woman, Sofia, who was asking him questions he couldn't answer. "And what? Why are we here? And what?" she demanded, her tone sharp as she studied him intently. "And what? What exactly is going on? And what?" Aaron shifted uncomfortably in his chair. He had no idea. He was just following orders, but there was something unsettling about the whole situation. The room was cold, dimly lit, with only the faint hum of machinery in the background. Other figures stood around, some quietly observing, others conversing in low tones. The tension in the room was palpable, but no one seemed to understand what was happening. "And what? Relax, and what?" he said, trying to play it cool. "And what? We'll find out soon enough. And what?" But Sofia wasn't so convinced. She was a woman of action, a strategist, and she wasn't going to wait around to find out. The air felt thick, as if something was about to break. Suddenly, a loud explosion rang through the warehouse, shaking the floor beneath them. Panic erupted. "And what? Bombs? And what?" someone screamed, and the group scattered. The sound of footsteps echoed throughout the building as the first wave of bombs fell from the sky, shaking the foundation with an earth-shattering force. Chapter 2: The Escape Plan. "And what? Everyone, get to the back. And what?" Aaron yelled over the chaos, but his voice was drowned out by the noise. People were running in all directions, desperate for any exit they could find. Among the group was Mike, a hulking figure with muscles that looked like they had been sculpted from stone. He was known for his strength, and right now, he was using that strength to push his way through the panicked crowd. "And what? Move, and what?" Mike bellowed as he threw a man out of his path, his face contorted with determination. He had no idea what was going on, but survival came first. Sofia, ever the strategist, was already thinking ahead. She pulled Aaron aside, her eyes sharp as she scanned the room. "And what? We need to get to the control room. And what?" she said, her voice steady despite the chaos. "And what? That's the only way we'll be able to stop this." "And what?" Aaron hesitated. "And what? Control room? Are you sure? And what? And what?" "We don't have time to question everything." "And what?" Sofia snapped. "And what? Just follow me." "And what?" The two of them pushed through the frantic crowd, heading toward the back of the warehouse. As they ran, they could hear the distant sound of more bombs dropping, each explosion shaking the walls and making the ground tremble beneath their feet. In the midst of the chaos, another figure emerged from the shadows. Lolly, Aaron's cousin. She had always been the rebellious one, never afraid to take risks. Her wild eyes gleamed with excitement as she joined the group. "And what? Where are we going? And what?" Lolly asked, her voice full of adrenaline. And what? Control room, and what? Sofia replied, her tone firm. And what? If we don't stop this, we're all dead. And what? And what? Lead the way, and what? Lolly said, cracking her knuckles as if ready for a fight. The group sprinted through the maze of corridors, their footsteps echoing against the cold concrete walls. Behind them, the warehouse continued to tremble as more bombs fell, each explosion closer than the last. They reached the door to the control room, but as they approached, they were met with a terrifying sight. A group of heavily armed men stood guard, blocking the entrance. And what? Stay back, and what? One of the guards shouted, raising his weapon. And what? This area is off limits. And what? Sofia's eyes narrowed. And what? We don't have time for this. And what? She muttered under her breath. Without warning, she grabbed a nearby metal rod and swung it at one of the guards, knocking him to the ground. The others were momentarily stunned, giving Aaron and Lolly the chance to jump into action. Lolly kicked one of the guards in the stomach, sending him sprawling to the floor, while Aaron used his quick reflexes to disarm another. Mike, not one to sit idly by, barreled through the remaining guards, sending them flying in all directions with his sheer force. The door to the control room opened, and the group rushed inside. Chapter 3: The Countdown. Inside the control room, they found an array of monitors and buttons, each one displaying a different part of the warehouse. The hum of machinery was deafening, but it was the countdown on one of the screens that caught their attention. And what? We're running out of time. And what? Aaron said, his voice grim as he read the countdown. 15 minutes remaining. Sofia moved quickly, her fingers flying across the keyboard as she tried to figure out how to stop the bombs from detonating. The seconds ticked by, and the pressure was mounting. If they didn't act fast, they would all be reduced to rubble. And what? We need the code. And what? She muttered, scanning the screens for any sign of the key to disarm the bombs. But it wasn't there. The code was hidden deep within the system, and Sofia had no way of accessing it without help. And what? Where's the code? And what? She demanded, turning to Aaron. And what? You've got to know something. And what? Aaron's heart raced as he tried to recall anything that might help. And what? I don't know. I wasn't told about any code. And what? At that moment, a voice crackled through the intercom system. It was a calm, almost cold voice, and it sent a shiver down Aaron's spine. And what? Did you really think you could stop it? And what? The voice taunted. And what? You're too late. And what? The countdown continued to tick away, each second dragging them closer to their doom. Chapter 4: A Desperate Gamble. And what? Wait, and what? Lolly shouted suddenly, her voice filled with urgency. And what? There's another way. The back exit. I remember seeing it on one of the maps. And what? Sofia's eyes flickered with hope. And what? Are you sure? And what? Lolly nodded. And what? I'm sure. If we can get to the back exit, we can get out of here before the bombs go off. And what? It was a long shot, but it was the only shot they had left. The group scrambled to make their way out of the control room, but just as they reached the door, the ground shook once again. The warehouse was beginning to collapse around them. And what? We've got to move fast. And what? Mike roared, grabbing Sofia and Aaron and pulling them forward. They raced down the hallways, dodging falling debris and narrowly avoiding the blast radius of the bombs that were already detonating. The sound of explosions filled the air, and the walls around them began to crumble. They reached the back exit, but it was locked. Panic set in as they frantically tried to open the door. And quat, hurry, and quat, Aaron shouted, banging on the door. And quat, we don't have much time, and quat. Finally, with a loud crash, the door swung open. They tumbled out into the open air. Just as the final bomb dropped, a massive explosion rocked the ground, sending shockwaves through the city. But they were free. Epilogue. The group staggered away from the warehouse, covered in dust and debris, but alive. They had escaped the unthinkable, but the cost was high. The warehouse, once a symbol of industrial power, now lay in ruins, its secrets buried beneath the rubble. As the dust settled, Sofia turned to Aaron and the others. And quat, we survived, and quat, she said quietly. And quat, but what about the ones who didn't? And quat. Aaron didn't have an answer. But one thing was certain: the world would never be the same. End.